As a teenage boy in middle or high school, what confused you the most about teenage girls? How they managed to tuck their cock and balls away in their swimming costumes. Why the duck is the toilet their gang hideout. How they can act super nice, then one thing goes wrong, and they are mortal enemies all of a sudden. How they can argue for literally 3 minutes and hate each other for the whole year. They all wanted older guys, like 3-4 years older. How they could form a magical, impenetrable barrier with a chatting circle. What confused me the most? The giggles. Yes, the giggles of teenage girls confused me the most. Walking into class, or down the hallway, and a group of 3 or 4 girls would just start giggling and snickering to themselves like some sort of bad inside joke. I would always check my shoes or clothing for something embarrassing but never found anything. To be honest, I'll probably never understand the giggles. I was confused for the longest time on why 2-piece swimsuits, top and bottom, were sold separately, also for like $60 each. Where are they? Source: super religious all-male school. I never understood that they were just people that I could have talked to. Why in a class of 50 people, 35 of which were girls, I was the only guy who couldn't get a prom date? Honestly, by how low down the veal opening is, having a D, I fully expected an analogous placement. I figured I'd be able to reach into some jeans and finger bang right at clit level. Boy, was that confusing the first time. You could be their biggest crush and you may think they don't even know your name. I was an antisocial quiet kid at an all-boys school. For me it was mainly where on earth all my classmates were getting girlfriends from. Having barely any friends as a kid is fun. Honestly, how sexually active are high school girls? I feel like I was super horny in high school but not sexually active as a guy. How all the girls who love horses are complete psychos, and none of the same girls spare a passing thought about those stupid short giraffes. How do they pee out of their butts? How come I got a call after a dance that a girl liked me, but I hear a week later, while buying lunch tickets, that she wanted to break up with me? I was always confused as to why the girls weren't interested in sex and trying to obtain it at all costs like we used to. It turns out that I was wrong and girls do like sex. Why do they need to go to the toilet in groups? Like, I would not be able to use the toilet if someone was in there watching me. Whether they were playing hard to get, shy, or just not interested. Why the hell do they wear booty shorts in winter? Like, I get you are trying to look hot, but there's snow on the ground, for God's sake. For your information, if a girl is telling you about stuff that she's upset about, she just wants you to acknowledge her feelings. She does not want you to fix it. She'll ask if she needs advice. How they can one day flirt with you and the next one they don't want to even see you. The girls never showed any interest. Fast forward to the 40-year reunion and all these girls are telling me how much they were crushing on me in high school. I left town right after high school to find greener pastures. College was a completely different story. I guess the girls there didn't have their old cliques, so they were more aggressive. The fact that, despite my best efforts, I just couldn't find them attractive like all the other guys did. In hindsight, it's because I'm gay, but I hadn't figured it out at that point in time. How people make dating such a big deal, and how they can't ask a guy out. Why is it expected that we have to? How can I win the affection of one of the ones with the lumpy chests? Why the larger girls did not consume the smaller ones? Me, in high school, driving around with some friends of a friend because I didn't know any better and the two girls had rocks in their brains but fantastic butts. We've all been there. One of them is pissing and moaning about some boyfriend for at least 15 minutes, without pausing for breath. Finally, she gets to the end of her rant. There's about 10 seconds of silence. So do you think I should get back together with him? Ducking what? Why did they always end up at my uncle's house? Why did the entirety of their friend group go to the toilet when only one of them needed? How they can talk it about someone behind their back but be their best friend to their face. Edit. Spelling. Girls have sex drives just like guys, and they are just as wild. This side only comes out at parties and school dances, and possibly during one-on-one interactions like dates. Being afraid of the ball in gym class, like literally huddling together in groups of girls and then shrieking in utter terror when the soft playground ball flies 30 feet over your head. Why? Why did they do this? How they just make a drama out of small things to keep themselves entertained. The most confusing thing is all the ducking hints they drop. Just tell me please. I went to a small school so we all knew each other, but around the time we became teens I noticed the girls became way more hateful and just all out mean in the things they'd say, even the ones I was good friends with. Come to find out, insecurity and hormones ran rampant. Girls are not special magical unicorns. They're people, just like you and your friends. Talk to them like you would anyone else. Then I did. Boy howdy, they got mad. Girls hug each other and friends who are boys. Girls hug boys they like. Boys are supposed to know the difference. I did not. I still do not. Luckily I'm happily married BC. I still don't understand how to flirt and it with girls despite people telling me I have done that. Why they always compliment each other on social media and whatnot. Dude, we're just as confused about us as you are. Why, when I came out as gay, they all suddenly wanted to be my friend. Why girls can't ask guys out? Why do they have to make you know that they're into you? But do it so confusingly that you don't know, until you bump into them a few years later and they ask you why you never asked them out. What confuses me the most is how on every girl's post on social media, all the girls seem to call them hot even if they just barely know each other. What am I doing wrong? I know that I am doing things wrong, but specifically what about me makes me so different? Danu never got the courage to talk to them. Girls in my school only seemed to be interested in the popular guys and it just baffled me. They could be really ugly, zero personality, or just straight up dumb. But as long as they were in the football team, our team were really good. They had all the influence over the girls in our school. Girls get horny too? Head explodes. I'm a girl, but I still have to ask something. Why the hell do you have to take the bathroom passes for 20 minutes? I get you want to talk privately, but it's 12:30 and I haven't gone to the bathroom yet today. Edit. Words. Girls and their damn mixed signals. What the duck is going on with girls and leggings? How they go to school picnics or whatnot and all they do is duck and take pictures. How much of a massive bunch of cunts they are to each other, calling the nicest people in the world ducking stuck up bitches just because they get good grades. The girls at my middle school bullied Ali Lohan until they basically drove her to attend private schooling. The girls, once caught, just made the scene by hysterically crying. Pretty sure nothing happened. It was wild. Edit. Edit. How they would hate each other's guts and talk behind each other's backs, but as soon as they meet up, hugs and kisses and small talk. Like what? You two are not gaining anything from keeping this up. Why bother? Why is it bad to wear the same thing? They always traveled together in packs. WTF. I'm so glad I am a woman and never had to deal with teenage girls from the male perspective. It was difficult enough being one of them and not understanding their behavior. Why are they going out with older dudes? It's not fair. I went to an all-boys high school, so I wasn't really in much contact with girls, and nor were my classmates. What confused me was not the girls I rarely saw, but the guys who assumed the stereotypical teenage girl roles. Stuff like really gossipy guys. Guys really into fashion, while I was playing Xbox games with tanks in. How they thought little things like wearing yellow or some it would tell a guy they liked them instead of just saying so. I'm dumb as rock when it comes to signals, so I hadn't known any of those girls actually liked me and they all moved on now. What the hell do they do in their free time? This honestly still confuses me. Why do they go to the toilet at the same time? It's like we're all going to go to the toilet, and it's not like they're helping hold each other's dees. Why they are so mean? Teenage girls are some of the meanest people on this planet and I would not treat my worst enemy with a teenage girl. How they can Snapchat for hours on end. How they are more gay. I saw them hugging each other. saying they love each other and so on. If I would do something like that with my friends, they would cut all ties with me, lol. I really didn't understand that they might be horny and just looking to fool around. I thought they were all looking for long-term, serious relationships. I would where the pee was stored if there was no balls. Why were they so cruel to people who they perceived as below them? With guys it was always bragging, but the girls I knew always went on and on dragging people down for little things like outfits or physique or even the way someone walked. It definitely hurt my self-confidence to hear these things and realize that I was similar. I think they were insecure or something. Why they feel the need to announce they're using the bathroom. How is it possible for only 3 people to block the whole hallway? Why they are constantly yelling in normal conversations. Why they insisted on wearing half a tube of foundation a day. Some of them looked like they had just fascia planted into clay. The worst part was that the collars of their shirts were stained as well. I'm 17 years old right now and I still have the question. Why is it socially acceptable for girls to compliment a girl on their social media selfies, but not the same for guys? I can't compliment my guy friends without looking gay. Same thing that confuses me now, everything. Perv if I date a younger girl, all girls my age date older guys. Am I supposed to pee in their butt, or how does this work? I know I'm supposed to do something, I just didn't know what. They will say something only slightly passive aggressive to you. If you don't pick up on it and do what they want, bam, they're mad at you. Every girl knows what it is. No guys do.